Harry, I'm waiting for an explanation.
But this is a complex situation, and you're a busy woman, Emma. Cytex is just a part of your empire.
I asked for an explanation.
Emma, we've been friends.
Colleagues.
Known each other for 40 years.
If you have nothing more to say, I'd like to move a vote of no confidence.
You bitch.
Well, you won.
He lost. He actually got himself into a corner he couldn't get out of.
You're on TV.
Mrs. Emma Hart, president of Hart Enterprises, is at the center of a battle for control of the multi-million-dollar Cytex Corporation.
Earlier today, we spoke with Harry Marriott, ousted as president.
Naturally, I am shocked, stunned. I founded the original Sydney, Texas Oil Company 40 years ago.
Liar. Your grandfather did everything. Harry rode on his coattails. Switch it off. You've been to several Cytex meetings now. Do you think you could cope alone?
They'd eat me alive. You can't be serious.
Well, of course I'm serious. But I won't send you in alone until we're both sure you can handle it.
Well, I'm willing to try, Grandy, but...
No buts. I know what you're capable of. I raised you. I trained you. Don't you think I know what I created?
Why don't you send in Robin or Kit?
Because even my maternal eye can see that Robin and Kit lack the killer instinct.
This could be extremely dangerous.
It's not dangerous. Don't be ridiculous.
I don't know, Robin. She could make trouble.
Everyone who's kicked out of a boardroom makes trouble. But we can handle it.
She'll fight us. Money has always meant more to her than we have.
And she'll end up losing both.
She's nearly 80, for God's sake. Robin, we can just wait.
Wait? She's such a tough old warhorse, we may have to shoot her in the end. Look, she's past it. It'll be easy. I've got people standing by, ready to join us in the takeover.
It might be difficult to prove she's actually senile.
She'll step down to avoid a scandal. She'd hate well to know her family doesn't love her.
Hello, yes. Oh, yes. It's Gay calling for you from London.
Oh, Gay. We're on our way to the airport now. I was going to call you from New York. Oh, can you give me a more detailed... No. No, I see. Right. Thank you, Gay. See you in the morning. Change of plan. I have to get back to London.
Good morning, Mrs. Hart.
Good morning, Reg. Are you going to tell me who these gentlemen were? I thought I could trust Hart's board of directors.
That's the worst part. It was Mr. Ainsley and Mr. Lowther.
Robin? And Kit? I never thought I could be surprised by anything. I suppose a mother doesn't want to think her own sons could betray her.
I didn't know what to do. I couldn't help overhearing. I thought you should know. You did the right thing, Gay. Thank you. And by the way, I don't want Paula to know anything about this plot, I suppose we should call it. Yes, of course, Mrs. Hart.
She's nearly 80, for God's sake. Robin, we could just wait.
Wait? She's such a tough old warhorse, we may have to shoot her in the end. Look, she's past it. It'll be easy. I've got people standing by, ready to join us in the takeover.
It might be difficult to prove she's actually senile.
She'll step down to avoid a scandal. She'll hate and well to know her family doesn't love her.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Rossiter, Mrs. Hart.
Henry.
Hello, Emma. Hope I'm not late.
Hypocrite, you know you're not. How long have you had that cough?
What's wrong, Emma?
Wrong? Nothing.
I've been your financial advisor and constant admirer for far too many years, Emma. You're a creature of habit. When you make an appointment for lunch on a day when you're supposed to be in New York...
Oh, it's nothing serious. I want to liquidate some of my personal assets, and I thought you could handle it for me.
Yes, of course, but...
It's all right, Henry. I just need a little cash. Ready cash. So, I thought I'd get rid of some real estate, jewelry, and part of my art collection. And here's the list. Do sit down, Henry, dear.
A little cash? This represents several £1 million.
I reckoned about 7 or 8 million. What do you think, Henry, dear?
I think you've gone mad. Good God, Emma. Why do you suddenly need 7 or 8 million pounds? You're in trouble, aren't you, eh? And you won't tell me.
Oh, come on now, Henry. Don't get so excited. I have a personal project in mind, and I prefer to sell these things. I never wear that jewelry. Anyway, I was never very fond of emeralds. And the real estate is of no importance to me.
Yes, I mean, the art collection. You spend so much time and love collecting these.
With your help, and I'm grateful.
Yes, I know, but it's an absolutely wonderful collection.
In that case, it should fetch a wonderful price. Shouldn't it? Will you handle it for me?
Yes, I suppose so, yes. But won't you tell me what it's for?
How long will it take to liquidate?
Oh, a month.
Excellent. Oh, don't look so miserable, darling. What are you doing about that cough?
Well, I'm taking some stuff the doctor gave me. What's this?
Gargle with that 4 times a day. No fails. Old Yorkshire remedy.
Bossy as ever, Emma. You are quite incorrigible.
Well, the whole coordination on the 2nd floor is a shambles. We've lost the point of the scheme. I'd like to see the buyer in my office in 20 minutes.
Yes, Mrs. Hart.
want you to have the lawyers double-check these tomorrow, and then they can bring them in for my signature.
Yes, Mrs. Hart.
The documents must be irreversible, irrevocable, watertight. I must be absolutely sure they could not be successfully contested in any court of law.
Of course.
I've got people standing by, ready to join us and take a step down to avoid a scandal.
It might be difficult to prove she's actually senile.
I had thought of staying here for a couple of days, just to check up on the new store.
Why the sudden interest in Yorkshire? Could it be Jim Fairley by any chance?
That'd be ridiculous.
But you have been seeing him.
Not anymore.
I'm glad.
You're angry, Grandy. I don't know why. Why this vendetta? How can you hate someone? A whole family, just a name for a lifetime.
Well, let's just say the Fairleys are dangerous, and I don't want you hurt.
Did they hurt you? Please, Grandy, you talk to me about everything else. Why do you employ Jim Fairley if you hate him so much?
Well, he's good at his job. And I don't hate Jim personally.
Oh, just the whole family?
I would truly like to drop this subject, Paula.
Everything's all ready for you. There's no one else here yet. Mr. Robin telephoned to say they'd be here this afternoon.
Oh, did he?
Hello, Miss Paula.
Hello, Hilda.
Miss Edwina's on her way.
Oh, you better not call her Miss Edwina, Hilda. Do remember, it's Lady Dunvale.
Not to me, it's not.
Huh. I thought we were having a quiet weekend. Why have you invited the others?
Well, it's my birthday tomorrow.
Oh, it's so nice to be back in Yorkshire.
Why don't you go for a ride? The air will do you good.
God, they're arriving already. I'm off.
And I'm not to be disturbed.
Oh, there's Kit and June.
And dear Robin.
Good God, Aunt Edwina's come up with them. I thought they weren't on speaking terms.
Well, perhaps they're hatching some dark and desperate plot. Elizabeth, of course, will be late.
I can't remember. Has she got a husband at the moment?
Oh, she always has a husband, no matter what the moment.
Grandy, you've had several yourself.
Yes, but they didn't get younger as I grew older. Oh, go on, you must be longing for your ride.
You mean go away and leave you in peace?
Mm-hmm. Oh, let them know I don't want to be disturbed, will you? Henry? Emma?
I've got the final figures.
Yes?
They're very good.
Mm-hmm.
Almost £9 million.
Oh, that's very good. Now, I want you to transfer that today to my current account.
That's ridiculous. You can't put £9 million in the current account. Now, why on earth you...
Well, I may want to go shopping.
Stop playing with me, Emma. Nobody can spend £9 million shopping.
It depends on what you're buying.
Thought you'd fancy a cup of tea.
Oh, Hilda, and I'm supposed to be, whoops, dieting. Thank you. How's that grandson of yours? Job working out?
Oh, yes. Thank you for recommending him.
Oh.
He has to be remembered to you.
He's a good boy.
It's you and me, Mummy.
It might be difficult to prove she's actually Seema.
Oh, Emma. What are you doing?
Look what you've done, you clumsy little fool. You ought to pay for that out of your wages, Barites. Come on. Hurry up. Mrs. Fairley is waiting.
Come in. Tea, Mum. Thank you. Where's Polly? She's sick, Mum. I don't want anything. You may go.
I've done the plates, Mrs. Turner. And I cleaned the vegetables. Oh, and I checked the fires. So I'll be off.
Where do you think you're going?
It's my afternoon off, Mr. Murgatroyd.
No. Maybe. Maybe not. There's all this silver to be polished first.
I'll come in extra early in the morning. My mum's sick and I haven't seen her all week.
Leave the girl alone. She'll catch up tomorrow.
Thanks, Mrs. Turner.
Now drop it once and for all, lad, or they'll feel me strap across their back. That's not too old yet for a good hiding.
You'll come back one day and I'll be gone.
Shut up, Dad! What's got into you? Shouting and bawling with our mum lying upstairs. You should know better. Now sit down and have your tea. Or I'll be the one that runs away, and then where will all of you be, eh? Come on, Frank, make the tea. I'll take this bottle up to our mum. Mum?
Emma. Oh, is that you? Come on, it's all right.
That's not going into the Navy. And that's the last I'll hear of it in this house, me lad. You're underage.
If I want to go, I'll go.
I said stop it. Both of you. Come on, Dad. Oh, Winston isn't running off the Navy. That's all talk.
You're wrong for once, Miss Bossy Knickers. I mean it. And I'll do it.
Morning, Mum. It's a lovely day. It's ever so bright. I looked out, I could see right over to the top of the world. It was as clear as a bell.
Put your boots on, lad. You'll be late for work.
That looks a mite better, love.
I am, John. I'll be better soon enough.
Bye, Mum. See you later.
Winston.
I love thee, Elizabeth.
I love thee too, John. Till the day I die.
Get your coat on, young Frank. You'll be late for work.
I'm going. I was just reading one of my old school books.
It's money, not books, that gets you what you want. And we need every penny, with the medicine and the doctor's bills to pay. Come on. Please, God, make our Mum better. Take it easy. Don't be late. Christian soldiers marching us to war.
Ooh. Oh, blast.
I'm lost in this blasted fog. Can you be pointing me in the direction of Fairley Hall? Oh, the cat's got her tongue, I'm thinking. No, I won't be harming you, little Colleen. Just show me the path, and I'll be on my way.
I'm going to Fairley Hall myself. You can walk with me if you want to.
Well, thank you. Well, let's be a marching then. 'Tis devilish cold here.
Why are you going to the hall then?
Well, it's for repairing the chimneys and the flues and a few odd jobs. It was himself, Squire Fairley, came to me in Leeds. Oh, a kind and generous man he is to be offering me the work.
Where are you from? Not these parts.
I'm from Ireland, sure. The best place in the world. Ah, but there's no work to be had there. And what might you be called?
Emma. Emma Hart.
Well, pleased to be meeting you, Miss Hart. Shane O'Neill's the name, but sure they all call me Blackie.
So you live in Leeds then? What's it like?
Oh, it's a grand town. A grand town. A veritable metropolis. There's great arcades with shops full of fineries for the ladies and the gents too. Ah, sure finery a queen would wear, Emma. Silk and satin gowns and hats with feathery plumes and veils, fancy stockings, soft leather boots, parasols. Ah, sure, all your little heart to be designed.
letters. That's the whole.
Oh, Mary, Mother of Jesus. That's the ugliest house I've ever seen.
Come on, I'm late.
Here. Wait for me.
What time do you call this 10 to come strolling in like there's no tomorrow? I'd about given you up last night, that.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Turner.
Oh, don't stand there gawping like a duck in a thunderstorm. Get a move on. We've no time to waste.
I set off in time. I did really, but it was ever so foggy on the moors.
Who is this, then?
It's the builder to mend the chimneys and all. His name's Shane O'Neill, but they call him Blackie.
Do they now?
Good morning to you, Mrs. Turner.
Irish, eh? Well, I don't hold that against you. You're a strong lad, and there's no room for weaklings in this house.
How's Polly, Mrs. Turner?
Oh, still sick, coughing something awful. You'll have to do her work as well as your own today, love.
I'll make a start.
You look nithered to death. Go and sit by the fire and get warm, and you can have a mug of hot broth before you go up. Would you like a cup, lad?
I would, to be sure, and thank you, Mrs. Turner.
You can make the beds before lunch. And don't forget there's the silver to be polished. Set the table for breakfast. You can blacklead the grates in the morning, but light the morning room fire, and dust the furniture, do the carpet, set the table for breakfast.
What's all this? Gabbing like a lot of magpies. You're in dereliction of your duty, cook. That young good-for-nothing should have been started a good half-hour ago. Squire's not in the charity business, you know. She does little enough as it is. Well, what are you waiting for now? Stupid little sod! Look at the mess you made on the floor.
You nasty bugger. It was only an accident. You didn't do it on purpose. If I ever see you strike that girl again, I won't go to the Squire. I'll tell her father. And you know what's in store for you if Jack Hart gets his hands on you. Are you all right, love?
You're O'Neill, the navvy from Leeds, right? Yeah, Squire said to expect you. Now it's all on here, what's to be done. You can read, I suppose. Now, about your wages. 15 shillings for a week's work and your board and lodgings. That's what the Squire instructed.
No, sir.
Huh?
1 guinea was the price the Squire arranged with me in Leeds, and 1 guinea it is, Mr. Murgatroyd.
Which way are you going?
I'm sorry, sir.
Yes, please.
Morning, Murgatroyd. Good morning, Master Edwin. I hope you're feeling better.
Morning. Good morning, Father. How are you, old chap? Feeling better? You must get some colour in those cheeks of yours. I think you should go riding this afternoon. Yes, I wanted to, but Mother said it was too cold for me. Shall I tell her you said... Don't worry, I'll tell her myself. I'm not having you turned into a hypochondriac.
I think you should be glad that one of us is interested in going into the family business.
And what does that mean? It's just that I mentioned to Gerald that I might like to make a career in law. To be a barrister, Father. you disapprove?
Not at all, old chap, if that's what you want. Anyway, Gerald seems quite happy at the mill.
Absolutely. I think it's a splendid idea to have a legal brain in the family.
This free trade question is going to lead to trouble.
Oh, I don't think Churchill's lot will amount to anything. After all, who does he represent? A lot of cotton spinners in clogs and shawls? Keep them down, working hard, and hungry. Keeps them out of trouble.
You may have learnt about the wool trade, Joe.
Thank you, Master Edwin.
That's all right.
Emma, sir.
Work's conditions have gone.
For God's sake, Adele, go back to your room and try and pull yourself together.
Good morning, ma'am. I was just on my way with your breakfast. Would you ask Murgatroyd to bring me, I like to keep a little brandy in my room for medicinal purposes, so if Murgatroyd could bring me, it would be simpler for him just to bring the bottle and leave it.
Emma, what are you doing here?
I got Ed with me jobs. So I rushed home to see how you were. Hey, Mrs. Turner gave me a drop of beef tea. Dad's boiling it up for you.
Oh, that way. You shouldn't have.
I wanted to see how you were getting on.
I'm feeling better today.
Good.
Hello, Blackie. Is it still busy here?
There you are, Blackie, lad. But you've time to stop for a cup of tea, love.
When I go to work at one of the big houses, Mrs. Turner, as a rule, there's servants for every little thing. I never saw this before.
It wasn't always like this. The mistress, well, she's not well, poor thing. First her maid gave notice, French. Then there was a bit of trouble with the footman. Master Gerald said he was insolent, so he went.
Tell me more about Leeds, Blackie.
Well, it's full of modern inventions. There were tram cars there, Emma. Amazing vehicles that run on tracks without the need of horses. Oh, there's wonders to see in Leeds, I tell you.
Then there's work to be had in Leeds?
Well, 5 years ago, I went there with my Uncle Pat. And now we have our own business. Repair works and building to the gentry. I tell you, I aim to make myself a pile one day and be a millionaire.
Can a girl like me make a fortune in Leeds?
Hello, Olivia.
Adam, dear.
This is very good of you, Olivia.
She's my sister. I want to help. There's a doctor in Leeds.
Tried doctors.
I must get away. This is a terrible place, Blackie. If you're rich, you can do anything. Anything. The poor don't count. We're just rubbish. Money makes you safe. I must have it. Lots of it. A fortune.
If you want it that badly, Mavourneen, you'll get it.
If I come to Leeds one day, will you help to show me the ropes, Blackie?
Faith and I will. It'll be my pleasure. You can always find me in the Mucky Duck on the York Road. Ask for Rosie, the barmaid. You can leave the message with her.
Get on with your work. That's what you're here for.
I'm going upstairs later on to show this plan of mine to Mrs. Wainwright. She seems to be running the house now.
You're stepping out of your class, my girl, and it'll get you nothing but trouble.
We'll see.
Do you have a problem you'd like to discuss with me?
I made this here plan, Ma'am. I think it'll be easier for me to do my chores this way. I worked it all out, proper like. I've been timing myself, every job, and I've worked out how I can spread the big jobs over the week and fit the little ones in round 'em. It's not that I'm afraid of hard work, Mrs. Wainwright, Ma'am. It's just, well, it's planned bad.
Do you mean to tell me that you are the only maid employed in this house?
Yes, Ma'am.
Well, Emma, I see what you mean. You've given a great deal of thought to this timetable. I approve.
Hello, Emma. You're looking very pleased with yourself. Well, don't just stand there like a frightened mouse. You know what happens to mice, don't you? They get caught in a trap, snap. Or they get pounced on by a big, furry cat with very sharp teeth.
Mrs. Farley, Ma'am? Are you all right? Adele. What is it? I don't need your help.
Emma, take Mrs. Fairley to her room.
Will Squire be in today, Master Gerald?
Later. He has personal matters to attend to. I can handle anything on his behalf.
That Australian's been on to us, McGill.
We don't need Australian wool. Do we?
Well, we are getting a lot more orders.
go away. Oh, Mr. Edwin, I thought it was...
I thought I was the only person who knew about this place.
I reckon I knows these moors better than what you do. I spent many a summer up on top of the world and down here when I were a nipper.
Top of the world?
Ramsden Crags. Your man calls it that.
Well, that's another secret place of mine. Do you think you could just drop the master stuff? Just Edwin will do.
It won't do. It won't do at all. You're gentry, Squire's son.
Can't we forget all that, at least up here? You've been so very good with Mother. She's really fond of you, Emma.
Poor lady.
I can remember when I was very little, the two of them laughing together. And then, oh, I don't know, she seemed to close herself out. Go away from us all. Father has been so lonely.
Has he? Well, I must be getting back. Old frozen face will be wondering where I got to.
Is that what you call it? Gerald and I used to call him Mucky Trotters.
He'll give me the back of his hand if he knows I'm late.
Has he ever hit you?
Oh, plenty of times. But not lately. Don't worry, I can look after myself.
I'm sure you can.
Emma! I have to choose something to wear tonight. Dinner party. Important people. You will be here, won't you, Emma? I can't possibly manage without you.
Yes, Ma'am. Mrs. Wainwright asked me to work over the weekend, so I won't be going home.
Oh, good. I must look my best tonight.
I think it's a bit pale for you, Ma'am. You need something more elegant to make the heads turn. I know, it's just the dress. This is the one, if I take them roses off.
Remove the roses. You'll ruin the dress.
No, I won't. Honest, Mrs. Fairley, Ma'am. There. And you can wear that lovely diamond necklace and the earbobs, and I'll put your hair up like a picture I saw in the magazine. Oh, you'll look lovely.
What's that noise?
Our man's got enough to do up here without worrying about some stupid animal. Well, then I'll go out there myself. You go down there, you regret it, Edwin. And anyway, I haven't got the faintest recollection where we left the wretched beast. Well, I know where it is.
You know nothing!
What is all this, Gerald? What's going on?
Nothing of importance, Mother. Go back to bed. We don't want you interfering.
How dare you speak to me like that? Come to the library at once.
This has got nothing to do with...
once!
Well, Gerald, explain yourself.
It's all a storm in a teacup, Mother, really. We were out riding on the moors. We came across this dog, caught in a rabbit trap. Edwin became upset about it, excessively so. Wanted to release the dog. I wouldn't let him. We argued about it. I didn't want Edwin injuring himself, Mother. That's all.
That's not all. The dog was alive and in terrible pain. I suggested we sent the yardman to set it free or shoot it and put it out of its suffering. It seemed the only humane thing to do. Gerald said it was a waste of time and a waste of a bullet.
How disgusting you are. To let a helpless animal suffer like that.
Don't upset yourself, Mother. You'll make yourself ill again.
You will send the yardman
to see if the dog can be saved. If not, to put it out of its misery. And Gerald.
What is it now, Mother?
If I see you endanger Edwin's life in any way, ever again, or here you have, I won't answer for the consequences. Edwin could have been...
Edwin. Always Edwin.
Edwin could have been killed out there. You know what they do to murderers, Gerald? They hang them by the neck until they're dead. Do you understand me? Emma, I'd like to go to my room.
It's all right, Ma'am. You must rest yourself now.
This evening, I can't.
It's all right.
I can't.
Plenty of time, Ma'am. Don't leave her alone, Master Edwin. Wait with her till I can come up.
I'm sure Mrs. Wainwright has thought up a wonderful dinner, but if you ask me, it's a bit too fancy for my liking. A bit more cream, dear. Wait a minute. That's it.
Now make sure you keep this caviar chilled.
Annie's chopping the hard-boiled eggs and the raw onions. Turtle soup. I shall need some sherry for that, Mr. Murgatroyd. Then the beef's in the oven.
How do you do, Miss Hart? How do you like Leeds? Oh, it's a veritable metropolis.
That's really very good. You're a clever girl, Emma. It looks so plain, without the roses.
Trust me, ma'am. Now, your necklet and them earbuds. Now look for yourself. Yes. Yes, that will do very well. Mrs. Fairley, ma'am, what is it? What's wrong?
Just get away from this place. Emma, away from this house. Before it's too late. These people. They're whispering. They're whispering.
What people?
Oh, they're evil. Evil. Evil.
Mrs. Fairley, ma'am, you must listen to me. You must pull yourself together. The guests will be here any minute. For your own sake, Mrs. Fairley, you must go down. You're the mistress of the house. I've done that, Mrs. Fairley, and I've had a peep over the banisters, and they've all arrived.
My head began to hurt again. One of my headaches.
They're waiting, Mrs. Fairley.
Edwin, I'd like you to meet Mr. McGill.
How do you do, sir? I've heard a lot about him.
Edwin is my younger son.
I'm delighted to meet you. You two look alike.
I'm looking forward.
Go on, Mrs.
have such a place here?
Well, in Sydney,
Yes.
beautiful house
I can't call it drastic. What I'm attempting to do is to make one or two simple, relatively effective changes.
Very unusual man, I think. Yes, I did. Extremely good. What was his name? Major Bomb.
That sounds like my sort of... What's it called?
It is not always so easy to answer a question with a yes or a no.
Of course it is.
I think you're a very rare man indeed.
Well, there are singles left, you know.
Is it true that Australian husbands have stopped beating them?
I'll take your point, Mrs. Fairley.
Well, if you gentlemen will excuse us, we will leave you to your cigars and your scandalous stories.
We'll be joining you very soon, I promise you, Mrs. Fairley. Well, here's to our successful business relationship, and I hope our friendship.
I'm only sorry that you're leaving us so soon.
I shall be sailing for Sydney in May. No chance of getting you over to Australia?
One day, perhaps.
I must compliment you on your wife, Adam. Not only beautiful, she's an entertaining lady. You're a lucky man.
Yes, I am, aren't I?
Oh.
I'm sorry to intrude so late. We have become very dependent on your kindness.
I was glad to be of help.
You must be tired.
I'm not tired at all.
I feel...
Adam.
Just wanted to...
I want to finish this lot, Mrs. Turner. I've got Mrs. Wainwright's mending to do later.
But you can't go on at this pace forever.
Oh, it won't be forever. I've got my plan, you see.
Good day to you, Mrs. Turner. And I hope it's a cup of tea you'll be offering me. Come here. Good. Look at you, I declare. You get to be more fetching every time I see you. Come on. Now, my compliments to you, Mrs. Turner, and a little something for you.
Oh, my favourite humbugs.
And this is for you, Emma.
Oh, what is it?
Just a little bit of nonsense.
Oh, it's wonderful! Oh!
It's only glass, you know, but, well, when I saw it, I
colour reminded me of your eyes. One day when I've made my fortune, it's real sapphires I'll be giving you.
Well, that sounds like spendthrift talk to me.
Oh, so what's the point of having money if you don't get the pleasure from it, eh?
If you got it to spare.
Would you listen to this one? It's turning into the real hard-headed Yorkshire lassie are, Emma Hart.
The kettle's boiled. Emma, get the cake.
You look terribly smart.
New suit. Your business is booming. I tell you, before many years are out, I'll be building my own dream house.
Your own family home.
Oh, heaven forbid. No, I don't want a mausoleum like this place. No. It'll be a fine house. In the Palladian style. With handsome porticos and columns. Rooms full of light and airiness. And furniture, well, I'll have the best of Sheraton and Hepplewhite. Maybe a little Chippendale. And there'll be fine objects and paintings. And I shall build it to my own design.
Do you know how to design houses, then?
I'm learning. I go to night school in Leeds.
Can anyone go to night school to learn things?
Mrs. Turner, darling.
Frank, lad, what is it?
My dad says we have to come right away now.
What's wrong?
It's our mum. She's right badly. Dr. Mack's there now.
Don't be afraid now.
If Dr. Mack's there, it must be serious. I'll come back as quick as I can, Mrs. Turner. Come on, Frank. Please, God, don't let our mum die. Blackie! Right, lad, come here.
Come on. Move. Come on, up in front. Come on, Emma. Up behind me. Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
Mum, it's me. Mum, it's Emma.
Waited for you.
I'm here.
You're a good lass. Promise me you look after Winston and Frank and your dad.
Don't talk like that.
Promise.
I promise.
Is your dad there? Let me see the top of the world. John.
son.
I'll fetch Dr. Mac.
No. She's free. It's God's will.
God's will? There's no God.
Emma.
If there was a God, he wouldn't have let me mum suffer all these years. And he wouldn't have let me mum die!
Emma!
Emma! Emma! Emma!
Forasmuch as it hath pleased Almighty God of his great mercy to take unto himself the soul of our dear sister, commit her body to the ground, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to Jesus Christ, who shall change the body of our low estate, that it may be like unto his glory, according to the mighty working whereby he is able to subdue all things to himself. I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me and the Lord, even so saith the Spirit, for they rest from their labor.
Dear Emma, I cannot imagine what it must feel like to lose one's mother. But I just wanted you to know that you are in my thoughts. Your friend, Edwin.
A to Elizabeth. A.
Emma, I'm very sorry about your mother. I'm very sorry.
I still say it was deceitful. Doing a moonlight flip without so much as a goodbye.
He did leave you a note. He's a big lad. He can look after himself.
There's something else I'd like to know. How did he get into the Royal Navy without me signature on his papers? He's underage.
So you mean your brother's run away?
Yes. Packed his bags and crept off in the middle of the night.
Did he say what he was going to do?
He didn't need to. Winston's wanted to join the Navy since he was 10.
Oh, well, he's a lucky fellow.
Lucky?
Well, he knows what he wants to do with his life. And he's had that courage to make his own decision.
So would you.
I hope so.
Well, I must take these herbs back to Mrs. Turner.
School begins next week. I don't want to go.
You'll be back soon enough.
Yes, Emma, I was going to ask if you, oh, God. Can we have a picnic on your first day off?
Oh.
Hmm? Rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray you love, remember. Oh, it's just a bit of Shakespeare, Emma.
Oh, aye. Shakespeare, is it? Ta.
All right.
Listen to me, Dad. Why don't you go down to the pub and have a pint with the lads?
Aye, lass. I think I will.
Oh, I wish you could have stayed at school like the teacher wanted. It's a shame.
Fairly brickyard's not so bad.
Good enough for the likes of us, eh? Off to bed, lad. I'll be up to tuck you in. I'll bring you up a cup of milk. And an apple.
I'm not a baby, Emma. I don't need tucking in. But I'd like the apple.
Hey, what are you scribbling at now? That's no way to make your fortune, scribbling.
Oh, yes, it is. I'm going to work in a newspaper one day. Maybe even the Morning Gazette.
Then you'd still be working for the Fairleys. I'm feeling better. Much better. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I need to go home. For a while. How long will you be gone? Only for a few weeks. Edwin's home from school. He can keep you company. I've left instructions with Mrs. Turner, and really, Emma's organised the household arrangements extremely well. She's a good girl. And devoted to you. As we all are.
never die, Emma. We're both going to live forever and ever and ever and ever and ever at the top of the world.
Goodbye, Edwin, dear. You must look after that chest of yours.
Yes. Goodbye, Aunt Olivia.
Goodbye, Gerald.
Bye, Aunt Olivia.
I shall escort your aunt safely to London and then go on to Paris. Look after your mother.
Of course.
If there's any trouble at the mill, Gerald,
I'm
you
sure
know
I
to
can
contact
manage to
me.
look after things just as well as you do, Father. Don't concern yourself.
No.
You need a rest.
Walk on.
You remember that crevice where I lost a shilling last week?
Yes.
I'd like to try and shift the rock.
Oh, Edwin, you'll never find that shilling.
Just wait and see. The thing is, I think there's a hollow space behind the rock. I heard it rattle. Maybe there's a cave. It's rocking a bit. If I push it from above, it might topple.
Be careful, you could fall. You've lost another shilling.
Did you hear that?
Go on, Edwin. I think it's moving. Go on, just a bit more. Oh, go on. Come on, come on. Edwin!
Look out! It's like a little tunnel. I'm going in.
I'm coming too.
No.
I'm not afraid. Come on.
Someone's discovered this cave before us.
What have you found?
Look.
Ooh.
Here.
He certainly made himself comfortable. What have you found? My father? He must have discovered this cave years ago. I wonder who Elizabeth is.
Emma?
Emma, what is it? What's wrong?
Look at you, your hands and face all mucky, like a chimney sweep. Come on, I'll race you to the beck.
Perhaps you better uphill.
I won't even try. Oh, stop it. No.
Oh, God. Come on, quick!
We'll get caught in the storm.
Not if we hurry. Come on!
Don't you think we ought to make a dash for the hole?
No, we'll have to wait till it passes.
You mustn't get another cold just when you're better.
I know. We're both going to catch pneumonia if we sit around in wet clothes. We'll just have to dry them out. We can leave them by the fire. Emma, don't be silly. That dress is soaking. Good old Mrs. Turner. Oh, Lord, Emma, just look at you.
You're going to get bronchitis again.
Well, we'll just have to get out of these wet things.
What? Take our clothes off? Even we can't.
You may do as you wish, Miss Hart, but I am certainly not going to catch my death because of false modesty. There. Now, look. What could be more respectable? This is as good as a kilt. Well, almost. Here. Look. Wrap this round you. And you will look like an Indian Maharani in a sari. And goodness knows they're most proper.
That's Mrs. Turner's best tablecloth.
All the better. What are you afraid of? I'd never harm you. You're my best friend. My dearest friend. Now, go and change into this. Wrap it round you. Over there. And I'll go and get some food ready. There's only one mug and one plate, but there's plenty of food and a flask of elderberry wine.
It's so cold.
There's not much wood left.
How long do you think we're going to be stuck here?
Oh, you're frozen here. Is that better?
love you, Emma.
It's not right.
I won't harm you. I'd never harm you. I couldn't harm the person I love most in the whole world.
Do you love me?
Oh, Emma. How I love you. Don't you love me?
Oh, yes.
We've been that worried.
It's all right, Mrs. Turner. I just got caught in the storm.
Let's get you out of those wet clothes. And you go and sit down over there and take those boots off. Emma, what are you doing here? I thought you were safe at home with your dad.
I came across Emma on the moors, Mrs. Turner. She was worried about getting back to you. Something to do with jam making. So I decided it was too dangerous, so we sheltered at Ramsden Crags.
The stream were flooded, Mrs. Turner. Edwin had to swim us both over. I wouldn't have made it on my own.
Annie will bring you up some hot water for a bath.
Thank you. I'm really sorry about the picnic basket.
I'll send you up a bite of supper, Master Edwin.
Thank you.
Jam making. Servants and gentry don't mix. It's not right. You've got to know your place. You're stepping out of your class, my girl.
Come here, guys. Yet in these thoughts, myself almost despising, haply I think on thee. And then my state, like to the lark at break of day arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate.
I know you've improved the output, Master Gerald, but the men aren't happy.
The men are not paid to be happy, Wilson. They're paid to work.
Yes, sir, but if you push them too far, there's a danger of accident.
Have there been any accidents? Not yet.
You'll be a wonderful barrister, Edwin. You'll see justice done. Defend innocent people.
I'm not Sir Galahad, Emma. It's just a job.
It shouldn't be. And earthly power doth then show likest gods when mercy seasons justice.
Emma.
Shakespeare. That speech of Portia's you read out to me.
But I only read it once.
You started me off on it. I've been opening the books in the library as well as dusting them.
You have a beautiful voice.
I've been practicing to speak properly. course, it won't do for the servants' hall, but one day...
One day?
Oh, one day I mean to be a lady.
You're a lady now. Look. For my lady.
Mother! It's good to see you downstairs.
Did I hear Edwin's voice?
No? No, you'll have to wait another whole week for Edwin.
I decided it was time that I went through the household accounts.
Why not? Good idea.
I have been reading the Gazette. It says that you are making changes at the mill.
What if I have?
They do not sound like improvements.
Are you telling me the Gazette is criticising my judgment? We own that rag.
Reading between the lines, I would say that you are taking risks.
Would you? Well, let me tell you something, Mother dear. You worry about the risks your husband is taking. Funny how his business trips always coincide with your sister's visits to London. Wouldn't you say?
Winston! When'd you get back? Are you well? What's the wrong name be like? Why didn't we write?
One at a time. I've got a week's leave.
Hello, Dad. I see they've cut your hair. You look good. Man enough for a pint after supper.
What's happened? Why's the doctor here, Mrs. Turner? Mr. Murgatroyd? It's Master Edwin, isn't it? He's sick again. They sent him home.
It's Mrs. She's dead.
She were all right yesterday.
Fell down the stairs in the night. Broke her neck, doctor says. The last found her when she went to do the grates this morning. Stiff as a board she were, stretched out at the foot of the staircase.
Poor lady.
Master Gerald sent a telegram to the squire to tell him to come home. Master Edwin's on his way.
What was she doing wandering around in the middle of the night?
There was broken glass all around her from a wine goblet. Murgatroyd swept it up. She was clutching onto the stem as she cut her hand. There was dried blood. She was coming down to get herself a drink.
You are not to repeat that to anyone. What's done is done.
cometh up, and is cut down like a flower. He fleeth as it were a shadow, and never continueth in one state. In the midst of life we are in death. Of who may we seek for succor but of thee, O Lord, who for our sins art justly displeased? Yet, O Lord God most holy, O Lord most mighty, O holy and most merciful Saviour, deliver us not into the bitter pains of eternal death. Thou knowest, Lord, the secrets of our hearts. Shut not thy merciful ears to our prayer, but spare us, Lord most holy, O God most mighty, O holy and most merciful Saviour, thou most worthy Judge eternal, suffer us not at our last hour for any pains of death to fall from thee.
I've missed you so much.
I'm sorry about Mrs. Fowley. It was terrible.
Yes, I feel we failed her, the family.
Not you. Squire maybe, but never you.
Emma, why do you hate my father so much? Has he been unkind to you?
No. But he's the squire. He owns things. And people. He uses people like things. That's wrong.
Well, yes, I suppose it is, if it's so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't talk about your father like that.
Oh, look, don't let's talk about him at all. He's going abroad for a year, Australia. Now, Gerald is to take over control of the mill.
And you?
Oh, look, come in here, come on. Here. I'm going to Cambridge. I have a reading list. I have to meet some of the dons. I've even... Oh, but don't worry, not at once. Look, let's meet on Sunday at the top of the world, yes? Hmm? You haven't changed, have you, Emma? You do still love me?
Oh, yes, I still love you.
Oh, good. Good. What's wrong? What's the matter? Hmm?
I'm going to have a baby. Edwin?
Oh, my God.
Are you all right?
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, absolutely sure.
Oh, damn it. Blast it. My father is going to kill me. What are you going to do?
Don't you mean, what are we going to do?
What? Yes, of course I mean we. You are sure?
Positive. Edwin, help me. I've been so worried. I had no one to tell. It's been terrible on my own.
Emma, look. Come here. Come on. Look. I've heard that there are doctors now. They take care of such matters. Now, maybe we can find one in Bradford or Leeds, or I could sell my watch, or...
Yes, we could do that. We could find some quack who'll butcher me and leave me to bleed my way home, if that's what you want.
It's not what I want! Oh, I don't know what else to do. This is a catastrophe.
What can we do, Edwin?
Right, look. Tomorrow... It's Cambridge. If you can find the money to go away, then...
So, I'm on my own.
Oh, no, I didn't say that.
You didn't need to. Well, it wouldn't be proper, would it, Master Edwin?
The working class and the gentry. Not marriage.
It isn't that I don't love you. I do. But look, we're just too young to marry. I've got to get my degree first, and my father...
I know. It'd kill you.
Emma, I am so sorry.
I shall have to leave fairly as soon as I can. Can't answer for what my dad would do. He couldn't stand the shame.
When will you go?
As soon as I can. Silly. Smell of these roses, I can't breathe. Yes, I'll do that. I've got a bit of money saved. £15.
I only have £5 in the world at the moment, but look, it could help.
Yes, thank you very much.
Emma, I will do anything to help.
Anything? That's very kind of you.
No. Look, Emma, please. No, look at me. Please, just please try to understand.
Oh, I do. I do understand. You look like a gentleman, but you're nothing. You're less than the dirt under my feet. I won't be seeing you again, Edwin Fairley. Never. As long as I live.
Emma, wait! Wait!